It's time for Catching Up with Carley, presented by Meijer. And today, I'm lucky to be joined by Jimmy Howard. Jimmy, you just announced your retirement from the NHL. How's it going?
Well, thanks for having me, Carly. And yeah, it's been pretty surreal here with the last couple of days after announcing it, and just it's been such a tremendous feeling to see the all the fans and everyone reaching out through social media, all those different platforms, and wishing my family all the best in their future endeavors. So thanks, fans.
Absolutely. We loved you, and we still do after 14 seasons here in Detroit. So you finally hung up your skates. Being in the NHL, is obviously not easy being a professional athlete as a whole, both mentally and physically. Did you just know it was time?
Yeah, it was like I've been telling everyone, it was like the first week of December, or the end of that week, where I was out on the ice. I was working, I was getting ready for the season. I was still optimistic, and then one day it just hit me. I was like, this just isn't fun anymore. I was like, I'm not having fun. I don't want to be hit by pucks anymore. And that's probably a telling sign for a goalie. So, so after that day, I went home. I told my goalie coach, I was like, I got to reevaluate everything, and I haven't been on the ice unless it's with my boys since then.
Well, I mean, that's a good silver lining of it, is being able to spend more time with your family. I'm sure your wife, Rachel, is very excited to have you home. You have 4 little kids, so it must be nice to now just be a dad.
Yeah, it's great. Waking up every single morning and knowing that I can take my boys to school, and then when in the afternoon I'm around to help out with the littles. So it's it's been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed it. I feel like I finally have got my footing here in the household, because before I was gone all the time, and they all had their routine and their rituals together, but now we're making our own, and it's been a lot of fun for me.
That's special. And I know it's been an unprecedented time and an unusual end to the 2019-2020 season for everyone. But what were your thoughts going through that? I know you were talking about early December was when you kind of had that thought, like, I don't know, I think I'm done. But did the way that the season ended, last season affect your playing plans moving forward?
I don't think it affected my playing plans moving forward, because I still had calls from plenty of NHL teams. It was just I was at that point in my career that I've played for one organization. Detroit's the only place I've ever known, and that's a tremendous honor. But another big thing that went into it was I didn't want to leave my family for 6 to 7 months. Where I'd have to be living in a bubble by myself and not be able to see them, only on FaceTime or technology. So, that was, also a deciding factor into why I decided to retire.
All right. I know, and you've had a lot of highlight reel moments in your career, but I want to talk about some of your favorites. Any in particular that stick out to you?
Being drafted by the Wings when I was 19 years old, excuse me, in Nashville in 2003. That was a highlight, to be drafted by an original 16. Didn't know at that point in time that this is where the family was going to end up, but we are sure proud to be Michiganders now. But obviously playing in my first game at the Staples Center against the Kings, and winning 4-2 is a highlight. Being a part of the Cup, the Cup team in '08, and be able to lift in the Stanley Cup is up over my head, is definitely up there. Also, I can probably sit here and list off a lot more, but when just sitting here chatting with you, those are the first 3 that come to my mind.
I love it. I love it. But I do have a question. Let's talk about the opposing teams that you played against. Who is your least favorite player? I guess you could say players. There are a lot in the league to play against.
Whoever was parking their butt right in front of me. Never liked playing against Steve Ott until I actually met him and saw what a great guy he was, and how him and I clicked right away. And a great friendship has, come because, he played for the Wings, but never really enjoyed having him standing in front of me, sticking me. Corey Perry's another one. Met him off the ice. What a great guy he is, but, he's a fierce competitor and he'd do whatever it took to win. So, those are a couple of the guys, or a couple of examples of, the type of guys that I didn't like to play against. Those were anyone who made my life a living hell every single night, parking their rear end right in front of me. That's who I didn't like.
Speaking of players that'll do anything to win, we see players on the ice sacrificing their bodies to block a shot, help you out. In your playing years, who did that the most?
I had a lot of guys throughout the careers. I don't know why they do it. They don't wear nearly as much equipment as me. They're kind of nuts, and they don't. Their faces weren't always covered up. They either had no mask on, or no visor on, or they had the half shield on. So to this day, like sometimes they, Glennie, Helmer, back in the day, Brad Stewart used to even drop down in the butterfly when he was playing in front of me. But there's a laundry list of guys that have sacrificed their body for me over the years. Why? I have no idea, because I know if I was playing forward defense, I wouldn't be blocking shots from my goalie.
If you didn't have those goalie pads on, there's no way.
No chance. I'd be standing in front of one of those shots.
All right, I'm curious though. I mean, this is something that I really think about. Obviously, during the game, it's tough to be a goalie, but when I think about a nerve-wracking goalie for a moment, shootouts and like penalty shots, like there's so much pressure on you during that.
No, I enjoyed that part. That was the
Really?
part that I thoroughly enjoyed, because making that save for a goalie is the only way. Really, it's like scoring a goal, I guess you can say. Like, even you stop them. Like, I have no idea what it's like to score a goal. I've never scored one in my life, so I have no idea. So that I guess I play out in my own mind. Like, it's sort of like scoring a goal, like stopping them, because it's just one-on-one. So, it's always, a thrill to be able to, get the best of whoever the shooter is.
Yeah, no kidding. Who was the biggest threat in a shootout?
Oh, hands down, Patrick Kane.
Hands down.
Yeah, hands down.
I love it. That was the easiest answer you've given me this entire interview.
Hands down. I mean, he's made a lot of us look stupid over the course of his career. So,
as a kid, did you ever think you'd be in the position that you're in right now? 36 years old, retired from a successful career in the NHL. I mean, that's incredible.
No. I mean, obviously, as a kid, you dream about it when you're playing street hockey, or you're playing on an outdoor rink somewhere. Like, you dream about playing the NHL. You're always, your idols, like, growing up, but you never think it's going to actually come to fruition. Like, so for me, like, it just, looking back on it now, just all the hard work and the sweat that has gone into it, the sacrifices that my family's had to make for me to get better over the years. Like, I don't think I can ever thank them enough.
But I know you're not stepping too far out of the game of hockey. You told me you're going to be coaching 2 of your son's hockey teams. That's amazing. But what kind of coach are you going to be? Are you going to treat your sons as your sons or players? Are you going to be tough on them? How's it going to go?
I think I'm fair. Like, but I'm with that with every single kid. Obviously, with James's team, I'm the head coach, so you sort of have to be. I feel like when you're in the position as a head coach, you're not only teaching them, hockey skills, but you're also teaching them life skills, and simple as listening to the coach, and having to listen to your parents and stuff like that. So I think I'm fair, but with Henry's team, I'm just the assistant, so I like to have fun with them.
Well, that's all I have, but would you like to leave Hockey Town with a message?
I just want to thank all the Red Wing fans over, throughout all my years here in Detroit, and just want to say thank you, cheers, and I wish the organization nothing but the best moving forward.
Well, Jimmy, thank you so much for joining me on Catching Up with Carley, presented by Meijer. Best of luck to you in your retirement. Enjoy that time with your family.
Thanks, Carley.